the Noles will boot it away to start the game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Florida Gators offense will get the first possession of the game. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench-clearing brawls in the middle of the field before opening kickoff. This game just feels different.
The give to the back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Working that left side now. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a catch. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Gators have this offense rolling. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't...
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. And the defense pays that blitz off with just what you want, putting the O in third and long.
And a lot of people get conservative on third and long and drop a lot of people. I like bringing pressure. Tell the QB, you better get the ball out of your hand fast because we're coming for you. I think blitz gets home. Nice job by the defense being aggressive on third and long.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Seminoles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Renegade was feeling his oats the last time these two got together as Florida State blew out the Gators.
And with that win, it just carried so much momentum throughout the rest of the season for the Seminoles and in the offseason as well. This is one of those games, if you win like that, you make a statement, not just in the state of Florida, but all across the country. Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
They'll throw it on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Blasted as he lets it go. Caught on the outside, it's Brown. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to power their way ahead. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping. our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Going to the running game. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. He finds his man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Trying to get to him. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
He's going to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. The give on the counter. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Gators in the hurry up. To the air, it's Lagway. Snags it over the middle. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Handoff to the single back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph in a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
Man, yeah, and you have to love it in these rivalry games when you get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement. You make a point.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, I just feel like in rivalry games, everybody's playing a little bit faster. And I feel like the hits just hurt a little bit more. Your physical toughness will be challenged in rivalry games like this.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It is good. And with the field goal, we are tied here in the second quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
At the 35, he's got room. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
They'll give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride Davis here. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
What a throw.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up for the PAT. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, gentlemen. Seldom do the rational turn irrational the way they do when these two teams and fan bases get together in the Sunshine Showdown. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throwing right. He's got it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running to the left. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida State.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense, bringing the Heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Throws to the tight end. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. And the pressure gets to him, down goes the quarterback.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together during the second half.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. He's running free down the middle. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown Gators! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 11 in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum, but unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leiter, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll leave it with the lone back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to Davis. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his tight end. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
From the gun, the running back has it. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have... He's loose down the left side. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida. And with that, they...
Touchdown.
Here in the fourth.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. They're trying to get to him. He'll try to do it himself. Snowed under by the defense.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Got his man quickly. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Gators will hustle to the line.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game, and what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on. That was his longest run of the game.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, they've done a lot of really nice things on the road in this game so far, and that's why they have the lead. But after that incompletion now, you can sense the momentum now switching back to the home team late in this game.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. They go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and really good third down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Michigan State made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Spartans. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
Hey. Keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. To the air, it's Croman Hope. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pocket starts to go. All bottled up, and now the ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Gator! The defense with the scoop and score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say,
Welcome to Madison and Camp Randall Stadium. Always rowdy, always ready to support the Badgers. They've been getting ready for this game since the early morning. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Wisconsin Badgers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Badgers will kick this deep to get us going. Fields it just outside the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Buckeyes offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today. There's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
This guy's looked at as one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. He can throw it, he can spin it downfield, but also he's a threat to be able to take off and go just like this. Puts so much pressure on this defense.
They're going to run it here. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is a great job by this defense. The defensive line really taking control up front. I love how those linebackers flowed on that play. Nice tackle for a loss. It sets up a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. Buckeyes are looking to keep this drive going.
Gutsy call here by this offense. Early in this game on a 4th down, they decide to go for it, and they come up with the 1st down to be able to move the sticks and keep this drive alive. The gutsy call pays off for the offense.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And that pass rush has trapped them. It's a sack.
A great call by the defensive coordinator bringing the linebacker from Wisconsin on the blitz, and he gets home for the sack. And boy, they have had as many linebackers over the years as maybe anybody in college football with the ability to rush the quarterback and come up with big sacks like this.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Receiver makes the catch. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker. On the 10th play of this opening drive, it's third and short. Can he get there on the ground? The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
And at first down, they go right back to him. The freshman brought down after a nice run. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And now the running back's got it again. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's an old-school leap, just up and over the defense into the end zone.
Man, that running back needs to find a picture of that touchdown. Up into the air. He could frame that. That's a nice score to remember.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Badgers offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, a wide receiver Kirk this dangerous who lines up all over the place. Can the linebackers step up and help out the secondary enough today?
Yeah, usually you see these matchups, a slot receiver has a big advantage. But I'll tell you, this linebacker is an excellent athlete. But the wide receiver he's covering today will pose a textbook challenge to see if he can truly cover.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Caught quickly. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man.
Offense will take over.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. He'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Hold it. Offense.
Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake. Looking to throw. On the move. Looking deep. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes. They say it's a catch. A big gain.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway.
Just runs through a man. A mismatch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after one. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped into the field, ready now for the second period. Of the quarter, the offense has a first down. He'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Football comes out. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Chris, anytime a quarterback starts to take off and scramble, the defense is alert to try to get to him and dislodge that football. He gets some positive yards, but he doesn't take care of the ball and secure it, and they're able to knock it away.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set. It's second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackle, but first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. In the clear at the 25. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. And the Badgers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Out the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. It's a huge gain across midfield. Ball will be spotted about the 31. And the Badgers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Bringing pressure. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
After consecutive losses, they need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. 4th down coming up. So a field goal attempt coming up now. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last possession, they coughed it up, but it only cost them a field goal. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quick completion to the tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. The completion makes it 2nd and short. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And he's got it. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Handoff heading left. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Hold it, open.
Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And the pass is just thrown away, clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty marker. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's going to pull it down and run. Finding space at the 20. He's swarmed by the defense. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
This one is right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Return begins inside the 10. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. So they'll just take the knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. On first down, it's play action. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football. Or maybe
they've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
And the Badgers will line up to kick it away. Money comes for his second punt of the game. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Here comes a handoff. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Ball handed off. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the first down.
The Buckeyes pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. They'll try the right here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. They come up 2 yards from the goal line. Can they punch it in here on third down? They'll try to run this one in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, listen, it's easy to sit up here and try to have all the answers, and I try not to be that guy. But it's third down and goal. You just get stopped. You've had 3 chances to put it in the end zone to make this a 2-touchdown lead, and you've not been able to do it. Kick the field goal here if you're smart and make this a 2-possession game.
Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now they get set to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. One play moves the ball to the 41. It'll be first down. Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Here's the second down play. And they'll use the ground game here. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Took contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. And the Badgers will have to kick this away. He's on to boot it away now. And this punt will back the offense up near the 5-yard line.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
Trucks through the defender. The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Catch made down inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, that's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in him.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Ohio State 24, Wisconsin 3.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
It's a shotgun run call. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's a quick grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
It's caught downfield. Here's Free now, heads into the secondary. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. And the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time.
Encroachment. Defense.
Minor penalty will cost the defense 5 yards. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming up, second down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
The extra point is good. They're down now 14, 24-10. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. He's moving out of the pocket now. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Who's going to take off here? Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Now it's second down here. Keeping it on the ground here. They get him down, but a solid run by the freshman.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain. The gain sets up a third down play. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a big play downfield. This one is broken up, ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. First down. They're going to throw the football. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. And the Badgers looking to run some tempo here.
Man, it has been a rough night for this poor offensive line, and it's only getting worse. That's 5 sacks they've now given up so far in this game alone.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. The sack on the play could not escape the pass rush. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. No, he didn't make it. He's stopped short on fourth down, and that could be a fatal blow to this offense. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Gives it to the back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Buckeyes with first and 10 here. They'll run it to the left. Picks up 3 yards, so second and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Tackle on the play at the 17-yard line. Brings up second down.
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Ohio State 27, Wisconsin 10.
Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk, but they looked pretty good out there today and a very satisfying W.
Now, I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. And I've been impressed with how this head coach
upper hand historically in this battle for the Illabuck.
And the Illabuck Trophy is actually the second oldest football trophy in the Big Ten, only behind the Little Brown Jug, Palmer. So this is some serious tradition. I don't know what the trophy is. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It looks like a turtle to me, but I don't know the significance. But this is a rivalry game.
It's a pretty cool-looking wooden turtle, I'll say that. And that's saying something, Pollock. How about that? A history lesson from you. Anyone that says that this football game's not educational, they just don't watch us enough.
Getting some heat. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. Last time they squared off for the Illabuck, it was the Buckeyes taking a close one.
And the Buckeyes making the plays they needed to play late in the game. Listen, they got all this firepower, just holding them down for...
Can anyone catch him? And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him.
Afterburners coming. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing, it's another thing. Great start for the offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Illinois' offense has the ball for the first time. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Illinois right back to the line.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Johns. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. They'll go to the ground. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he's looking downfield. It's complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Illinois. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this. Their defense...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Gets away from 1. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illabuck, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, Dan. That is pretty cool history.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need 1 turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live living animal. That's why they changed it.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the 3rd or 4th read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that that want to be involved in the passing game.
That's the end of the first.
We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to James Madison. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Handoff from the gun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Nice move to pick up yardage. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Illinois lining up quickly. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds his man in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's got his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. We wind inside 4 minutes to play in the half. This rivalry more than a century old with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
Just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. Illinois now, David, they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some mojo. Try to get some momentum on their side. Try to change this rivalry. Listen, it starts one at a time, right? Like the old coaches speak, we got to throw out those records from 100 years ago. They don't matter. Let's dominate today.
Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They're working that left side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Illini!
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Illinois right back to the line. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Snap in the shotgun. Caught in the backfield. It's Johns. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Coming after it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is on it.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Back open in the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, and you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back, you can throw the ball a ton, you can trust him, getting the ball with different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Going to try to get it himself, and he is corralled short of the line to gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's complete to the left. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. Feeling some heat. Fires to the end zone. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Makes the grab down the middle. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes battling for a prize like the Illabuk Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Terrell. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Looking for a huge play. Reels it in down the left side. And he's running in the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Coastal Carolina is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Conway deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 21 to James Madison.
Off play action on first down.
We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but
looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Johns. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll go back to the ground. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Illinois lining up quickly. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip and just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He wants to throw. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He finds his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Terrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
Looking for room, it's Johns. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Illinois right back to the line. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun on 3rd down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
He'll bring it out. It's Terrell. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back roller. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Illinois lining up quickly. Now they'll run the draw. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into it. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off, Palmer.
Yeah, you're right, David. This game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the second half.
First down for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Here just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try it over the left side. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. New Mexico State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 18 to Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
On second down, looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue, the finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation